sometimes you're going to need 10 days to sell a property or something, but you can sell it for top dollar. So, just everyone on here, keep that in mind as a possible strategy. But yeah, that was just a tight deal. I mean, if you would have gotten it for 80, I'm sure you would have made it work.
And I had and that was why I asked about inspection periods, because I had a 10-day inspection period. Because like I said, I got backed into, I gave them my contract. They came back with, no, I want to use the attorney's contract. And it had, EMD, which I didn't have. It had inspection period, which I didn't have. It had non-assignability clause, which I didn't have. It wasn't set up from the get-go as a wholesalable deal. So I was trying to finagle it to wholesale it, because by the time I decided I didn't want to buy it. But anyway.
Yeah, it's all learning experience.
Yeah. And then Todd, just so you know, that estate deal, the guy that bought it at the sheriff's sale ended up getting hold of the family and convinced them to just waive their redemption rights.
Really?
Yeah.
That attorney's pretty smart, it sounds like.
He's very plugged into real estate investing. I mean, he does a lot of it. So yeah, he we had a very small window, and at the end of the day, I think I was talking to the wrong person.
Yeah, you got the one son in, I think, Hawaii or something like that, and then another son, and then he just wanted the foosball table or something, and then the mom.
Right.
And so
yeah, I was talking to the mom. She was all on board because she needed the money, and the two sons were just like, nope, we just want to be done. We don't want to think about dad and dad's estate anymore. We just want to close the book on it and move on. That no amount of money was going to convince them to do anything otherwise, because I had them on the phone after I found out that they were the executives of the estate, that there was no amount of money that they were going to take to go ahead and work with me, as opposed to just signing over their redemption rights and moving on, closing that chapter of their life. And
yep, that happens.
So
Joel.
that was a nice deal. Nice house. Whatever.
All right. Does anyone else have some recent learning experiences or comments, questions? Maybe deals they're working?
I need help if y'all want to lend a hand.
Yes, sir.
I should have mentioned it last week, but I don't want to suck all the oxygen out of the room either. If anybody else has got something, I'll wait.
Nope, you're up.
So I sent some letters, vacant letters, like probably in November or something. Guy got right back to me. He's about 89. So there's a house on over an acre, about an acre and a half, with 3 trailers on there. If I had to guess, the house is about 1,000 square foot. Right now, where it's at on an acre with no trailers, ARV would probably be 150 all day, right? Probably a little more if it was fixed up. It's cash flowing. I figured each one's paying about $450 a month. So it ends up being about $22K a year, $22,500 gross. Separately metered, separate septic. It's a little bit country, but it's right by all the expressways and stuff. He said he's never had a problem renting it. I almost had him locked in seller financing, and then he had some issues happen with family, sickness, and all this other stuff. And he's like, man, I'm 89. How long can I seller finance, right? So he's like, you come to me with 70 grand cash and I'm good to go. Well, dude, this thing would rent, those places, the house would rent for 1,000 right now, and each trailer would rent for over 700 easily, 750 damn near. So this thing could be cash flowing close to 38 a year gross. I don't have 70K. I don't know how to structure it. I don't know how to pitch it to any private money people. And the thing is, part of me, I'm scared because I don't want to give away this golden goose here to a lot of these people around here either. I think they'd snake right out from underneath me if I showed it to them.
What area is it?
I'm in St. Clair County, Port Huron area. So this is like Wadhams. I don't know if you're familiar with Wadhams, but it's like Clyde, Michigan.
What's the condition of the house and the units again?
Oh, and they're all occupied right now, long-term tenants, all of them, by the way, at the 450. It's been well maintained. I mean, I thought it was going to be an absolute dump, but it's like a mini little trailer park.
You saw it. So
I drive
450,
by it
450.
about 7 times a week.
Gotcha. So 450, 450, 450, and then he's living in the house.
I just did the math from his 22.5 that he told me that it brings in basically a year, not including taxes and insurance and stuff like that. But yeah, I just kind of backward the math on it. So I don't know if each of them are, you know, maybe one's getting 300 and one's getting 5, you know what I mean? I don't know what he's got, but roughly about 450 a piece. I just figured if, you know, as people move out over time, you know, I wouldn't go in there kicking everybody out. They're happy. And if it's cash flowing, screw it, you know, but as people move out, go in, dude, I've done all kinds of stuff. I guarantee I could revamp a trailer for $1,500 or something, right? Carpet paint.
Have you seen the prices of lumber? Just kidding.
Well, right.
Carpet paint.
I have.
So what you could do, and you guys could tell me whether it's wrong or not, but you could try to get either a private money loan or a hard money loan, fix up the residence that he's moving out. Then once you fix that up, refinance it out, or put a renter in there and then refinance it out to get your money back. And then you're still cash flowing the trailers, and then you can rent out the property for a lot more if you're willing to do that.
But the problem with that, Randy, is like, if I bought something like that or borrowed the money, I'm not going to be able to get a refinance. My income and my credit and my job history, you know, those are people that I have 9 to 5s. I don't think Kevin has, you work for yourself, right, Kevin? And you're probably in the same situation I'm in. But that was a good suggestion, Randy, because Kevin, you could go find someone that has a 9 to 5 that could get the money, get the refinance. I know you're not going to make 100% of it, but you could 50-50 it or JV it one way or the other. And a lot of people, I mean, when I first got started doing flips 4 years ago, I used the guy that had the money. I'd find the house, I'd manage and, you know, we'd do it 50-50, or if we needed a loan, he would go get the loan and do it that way. So, but that was, yeah. So, or you wholesale it, and then a year from now, you're going to always have those stories. I should have kept that house. I should have kept that.
That's what I feel. That's what's killing me. I could have wholesaled it in 5 minutes. I could have got it gone for 80. I had it gone for 80 in 2 seconds.
I got a condo in downtown Detroit. I should have bought a year and a half ago. 2 years ago. That, man, if I would have that now, it would have been an Airbnb. It would have been a kill. I mean, it's probably, and I had it for nothing, and I couldn't wholesale it. I tried to. I said, man, I should buy this. I couldn't get anyone on board, but anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't think, I'm sorry, could you get a loan on something like that with them 3 trailers on there?
No, or you find a lender like Carson Demick. Maybe Carson, you want to partner up on anything? Or you just
Dude, it's a killer cash flow.
I would be interested in looking at it, man, for sure. And just if I can't connect you with someone, or if we can't put something together, I can try to connect you with someone.
Dude, there's plenty there. I mean, there's plenty on the bone. And I guess, and if not, I guess I was just figuring out like, what is the best? I mean, what does the private money guy want to hear? You know what I mean? That doesn't sound like I'm a complete pie in the sky jerk off, you know?
First thing I would do is get it under contract, because you know you can wholesale it just like you said. So first get under contract, explain the guy, like, I'm either going to wholesale this or I'm gonna, I mean, you can obviously word it a little bit differently, or I'm trying to find a partner to lender to partner up with this. So, you know,
I've talked to him quite a few times. He didn't even know he was selling it until I got a hold of him. He's
yeah,
had this place for 40 years. So it's just me and him. I got everybody else blocked out. It's just me and him. He said he's going to sell it in the spring. And I've been dragging my feet trying to get a bunch of other BS taken care of.
yeah, but just like you called them, other people are gonna call them as well. So keep that in mind. You know, I just letting you know that. I just
Yeah.
keep that in mind. So I would get it under contract, and you can extend the contract out. You know, however you guys talk about terms or whatever, but say if you're trying to keep it, try to, and then you can, if you know you can wholesale it, then keep that as a last resort then, and try to find a business partner to do it with, you know,
Where is
like,
he going, Kevin? Where is he gonna be moving to?
He just lives around the corner. He doesn't even live there. He doesn't live there. He's been living off the cash flow off this place for 40 years. He doesn't live in there. He lives
So-
separate from there. He's not in distress or anything. He's just 89.
Right, I
His
thought
kids
that
are
there was-
older.
So is it just the 3 mobile homes then?
There's 4
Awesome.
total units. So there's a house with a garage. It's about 1,000 square foot house. That guy's been there forever. And then 3 trailers.
Okay, I thought he was living in the house, so he's
Nope.
living in a different house.
He's
Mhm.
renting all of it.
Gotcha.
Yep. There's
Okay.
city water back there, and then there's a well back there as well, and then 4 separate septic units for one for each place.
So you
It's pretty
said he
sweet,
won't-
dude.
He won't do seller financing long-term. Would he do something like short-term with a balloon or, you know, whatever to give you some time to get it locked up? And then he knows he's got, you know, the rest of it coming in whatever, 6
2
months,
years.
12 months, 2 years.
That's not bad. I have been thinking about a very short term type seller financing. I think he'd probably do that if I came at him with the right amount up front. He's a savvy old dude. He wanted to dicker back and forth. He's been doing this stuff his whole life, right? So this is all the places he's got left, but he liked the back and forth and the dickering. You know what I mean? He was down to play the game. You know what I mean? Nice old
Yeah.
guy.
Ask him how he would structure the deal. Say, hey, I'm really, really interested in your property. You know, you've been doing this for a really long time, man. I really appreciate all of your experience and so on and so forth. You know, butter them up a little bit. And it's like,
Mm.
how would you structure it so that it works for you and for me? Because I know you want to get, you know, out of it and this and that. And I really want the property. And
I kept telling him I said, man, Dave, can I just get in there and see it? I just want to put my eyeballs on it. I don't want to, you know, get your tenants all in a tizzy or nothing, but I do want to put my eyes on it before I throw down some money. And I think he was kind of just like, kid, there's so much cash flow here. Show me some money. That's kind of basically was, you know, that's kind of, he's like, you bring me an earnest money deposit and an offer and it's yours. That's pretty much where we ended it. Because it was going to be a 5-year land, you know, seller financed. And then his son had some issues in the hospital and stuff. And he's like, man, I ain't going to live forever. So.
yeah, you
But-
gotta find his pain. You know, what's his problem that you can solve? Is it short-term cash? Does he need, you know, 10, 15, 20 grand right now? What's his problem that you can maybe
He doesn't
solve?
really have one. I just mailed him a letter on a vacant. It came up vacant on my list. I just mailed him a letter, and he's just an old wheeler dealer and was like, yo, you mailed me a list, said you want to buy my house. What's your offer? You know, and then it went from there, and it's blossomed. We've talked 20 times. But at the end, he's like, look, you know, bring me a EMD and offer, and we'll do this.
Well, I like
I just-
Jay's idea where he said to you to, you know, kind of allow him to give you the structure of the terms. So throw it out there for him and then just be quiet and let him do the talking. Because sometimes we tend to talk too much. We need to, you know, just let them do the talking because he'll tell you what he wants.
Sure. You're right. You're right. I will do that.
It's a good one though. Sounds
I
like
appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, because once you know what he wants, then you know what you gotta go out and get.
No doubt. I suppose even if I could do it for 12 months or, obviously try for 24 or something like that and then get my foot in the door and figure the rest out, I guess wouldn't be terrible.
You could always list it yourself if for some reason you can't figure out how to pay it off in 12 months or wholesale it or something, But-
Sure. Get
Yeah.
control.
And if he met you and you say, yeah, I'm just, I'm trying to get back into this real estate game and getting some more rentals and things like that. And, I want to be like you one day, kind of like Jay said.
Yep. I like it, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep. All right. We're getting ready to wrap this up. What else we got? Cool. Starting probably next week, anyone needs a dumpster, call TC Dumpsters, but starting next week, I actually hired a driver this week. So he started Monday. I've been training him and I'm ready to let him go on his own. And so I'll be in the office. I'll be visiting Flint once a week at least. And we'll start killing it. So I'm ready. I can't wait. Maybe I'll do some boiler rooms during the weekend, things like that. And more social media. Carson and Mike, I'm ready. I'm with you guys. I'm ready to figure this thing out.
Yeah, I need some inspiration. I'm stuck out here in Lansing all by myself and I get discouraged.
Yep.
There's a lot of deals in Lansing, man. I was the same way when I started out. I was the only person in Flint, and there's no real estate meetups in Flint except for like one. And I would go all these Detroit meetups, and nobody else was from Flint. But it kind of ended up being a good thing because then you're the only person in your market wholesaling. So, and then as you kind of become that dominant figure in Lansing, then everyone knows Jay is the Lansing guy and starts sending you deals. So take that and run with it.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of people trying to wholesale up here. I don't know how many are successfully doing it. I know there's some, but
yeah,
it's nowhere near like Detroit, but it's also not, not like I don't think there's anywhere that you're the only game in town anymore.
Nope.
Todd, did you get that dude's number that I sent you the other day? By any chance?
Who's that? Who said that?
That Kevin, that Julian Ayers.
Yep.
He's in a bad way. Young dude. Seems like a great guy too, by the way. And you might be able to put him to work somewhere too, dude. I don't know if you need, he seems like he's a skilled tradesman. And he was down to partner. He's looking for solutions, dude. He's just in over his head. Young guy. I don't know the area well enough to really point him in a good direction, but he says there's construction going on at damn near every house for blocks and blocks around him.
Yeah, he sent me a house. I reached, I was talking to him about it, but I got it right here. Yeah, I'll try to reach out to him tomorrow again.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
And your number is the 9666, right?
Yeah, yep.
Mark of the beast.
I curse.
All right, Kevin.
All right. Anything else? Is that it, guys?
Quick question. Have you guys done condos in Pontiac before?
It would be just like any other spot. Yeah. Pontiac's a good market though. Got some good buyers there.
I got a potential lead on one condo in Pontiac for 35.
Yeah, just depends on where, what. There's some.
Those are easy because if one sells, you got a good comp. They're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't, I guess I'm just don't know how to comp some of these, but yeah.
Yeah, I can comment for you tomorrow if you want. And I'm actually buying a house in Pontiac tomorrow. So I may or may not buy it. Probably not. I deal with buyers in Pontiac though, but I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, just shoot me the address. I can comment for you tomorrow if you want.
All right.
Cool.
Exciting.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right.
Yep. Thank you. See you guys next week.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. See you guys.
See you, gang.
Yeah.